Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode number 6 of iStartup. We got Iran here with an amazing company called Juganu. I pronounced that correct, right?
Yeah,
Juganu.
yeah.
Really interesting. It's like nothing we've ever seen before. I'm really curious to hear about the company. Please, Iran, just tell me, first of all, tell me about the name. Let's start with the name. Tell me like where this name come from. What does it mean?
Juganu is a firefly in Hindu. While people think that firefly only do lights, natural light, and this is really important, but they are communicate very nicely between them.
Ah,
So we are a communication and lighting company, so it really fits to what we are doing.
wow, interesting. Now tell me, how long ago did this company start? Like how many years ago did it start?
Around 10 years.
10 years. And what was the vision? Like, tell me about the company. What do you guys do? And what's like the vision of the company, of the product or whatever it is?
We as everyone, if you fly, if you ever fly around above Los Angeles, okay,
Yeah,
in the night, you
yeah,
see a grid of lights.
correct.
Now I'm an RF engineer, and for me to see a grid of lights so bright and when you can actually see them from the airplane, organized in a very organized manner, um, it just jumped to our mind that this is the perfect fit to put infrastructure for smart city. I cannot explain, exactly why. This is what it is, and the ability to transform this kind of infrastructure that will build for lighting,
Well,
to transform it to become the basic for connectivity, for smart city, for safety. This was something that immediately we saw and we say we have to do it. And since then we are developing it and creating things. And as deep as you go, you find more interesting things and more capabilities and more sophistication. And we are, in the middle of the journey, but a very fascinating journey.
now, so explain exactly what happens. So you take light, you said light, right? And you connect the light somehow. Tell me.
We take the actual fixture, okay? We
Yeah,
replace it by another fixture,
yeah,
or we add on to it, but usually replace the actual fixture. And
yeah.
then you put a lot of them, and they start to speak between each other in
Wow.
a unique way. So they are transforming data for one to each other in a proprietary way. It's a very sophisticated way that enable us to deliver this amount of data in a secured way. Uh, can you hear me?
Yeah. So you said you transform the data.
Hello.
Yeah,
It's okay. So okay, you will do the cut now.
yeah, yeah,
Continue. They communicate in a very secured manner and a very reliable manner, but with a very high bandwidth. So you can
interesting.
deliver video, Wi-Fi, 5G deployment, everything that you can imagine, and you create a digital space. So think
Wow.
about the offline, our world in the offline. We use as people that the online world is very developed. You
Yeah,
go and you shop online and you see recommendation and you see that they know how to recommend you things that you like, and you are like, you know, you, they understand what you need. They offer you interesting things. Sometimes a little bit bother, but you avoid it. So, but it's a whole world.
yeah.
But they have the access to a lot of data. Here in the offline, we have no data, nothing. It's like 60, 70, 100 years ago that literally you have nothing. So we are changing it. Now you will have the ability that the infrastructure, the city will help you. This was the basic task that the envision that the city will help you. How it can help you? It can ease the traffic jams. It
Well,
can help you to optimize the mobility. It can be a second eyes, third eyes to autonomous vehicle. It can help you with drones. It can give you better access. So everything that you think that you need, like crowd management, like violence, like gunshot detection. See what's happened now in the world. People
yeah.
shoot and you don't know, you react too slowly, but there are machines that can help you to do it quicker, to identify quicker what's happened and to help you to manage it in a better way. And we speak about indoor and outdoor. It's not only outdoor. It's about smart stores. It's about smart malls. It's about smart communities that they can really help the infrastructure and help you to give better value and better um, tools in order to
Yeah.
manage it in a better way, more efficient way.
Now, so what you're saying is y- your what is it? It's like a fixture. What do you put in
It's a
like?
fixture. It's like a fixture. You have the pole, and
Yeah,
then you have the fixture on top of it. So you replace it, and now you have like a hub that
yeah.
contains optical sensor, Wi-Fi, 5G, sensors, environmental, noise level, gunshot detection, everything inside, and all the data moves from one point to the other.
Now, what
And
do they look like? What are the do they look like light bulbs?
look like fixtures, like light, yeah,
They look so they
regular
make
light,
light comes out of them. There's light coming out of
yeah,
them. There's
yeah,
light coming out of them, but they have all they are able to retain and connect and tell I guess communicate all this data about like anything you could possibly. I mean, all you build into it. I guess about detecting gunshots, detecting traffic. You build into that the ability for it to connect and tell that. Wow, that's amazing.
Actually, it's a little bit more wider than this.
Yeah,
We
tell me.
actually build a platform. Okay,
Yeah,
so this platform, again, we are only providing the ability to do something.
correct.
So think about all of this data, analyzing in the edge. Everything is the light not only get the data, but it's analyzing it locally.
Wow.
And now deliver only the needed data. So think about third party, like you come with
Yeah,
an amazing idea how to connect between density of people to cars, to the wind and to the temperature, okay?
yeah,
And now you come with an amazing idea how to send something that will do something, okay? Like really contribute something. And you can implement it with our platform. And then it's immediately accessible to everyone if the municipality wants it, if the people wants it, if you want it. So everything become accessible, and they can use this platform and this access to data, again, under all the agreements,
yeah,
under the will of everyone. You have access to this data and to give value that we never thought about it because you are smarter.
yeah,
Okay, you have great ideas. Your focus is how to perfect the connection between temperature and cars. I don't know.
yeah,
I just throw something, okay?
yeah,
And you come with an amazing idea and you implement it. And now we win another idea that usually you cannot have access to, because if you have this idea in a regular installation, in a regular world, you don't have the ability to implement it immediately.
correct.
You need to go, you need to convince them to put sensors and connect everything and spend a lot of money and so on. Now you
Right,
don't need it. It's a real platform. It's like a smartphone in a way that you already have the device and now you implement applications very easily.
right. Wow. So Juganu has the ability to just adapt and create like I guess new systems, whatever it's needed in a city or anything to connect, it will just it will just it's able to create that for the needs of the city or whoever is using it.
Yeah. And I can tell you an idea that cities ask us a lot is to connect between the mobility and warnings, because
Mm,
understand that you have everything there. You have the poles, you have the people moves, you have the cars, but if a child wants to cross the street,
yeah,
nobody knows. It's like a surprise, and they
yeah,
ask you to be careful, and
yeah,
and you try to be careful, but you are a human. You didn't sleep for 2 days, and you are very angry, and you think about something else, and accident happens, and
yeah,
it's very bad.
yeah,
Think about a fact that the light can signal and can send you warnings to the car and can signal in colors and tells you this is an area when you need to be super with a lot of attention, okay?
wow,
And then it can really help to save people. The same with traffic light control. Understanding the mobility. Someone that run into a junction and everyone knows that he cannot stop. But in the same time, the regular traffic lights are signaling to the other road, other lane, come and cross it, and they cause the accident. Now,
correct.
if you are telling the junction, don't open the lane, stop it for a few seconds, and now you avoid another accident. So the a smart place can do a lot of things that can help dramatically to us as people that live in a city.
that is so cool. That is like the the lights are basically, because the lights are connected, they're basically talking to the people. I mean, in that situation, they're talking to them, basically telling them, warning them or whatever. But this is, I feel like wow, there's so many things that 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 the Juganu, what do you call them? The lights, Juganu lights?
We call it Juganu lights. We have names like Phoenix, or we have many names for these lights. But in the end, it's the platform.
The
It's
platform,
our platform that we are doing.
impl
We call it JNet,
implementing
JuganuNet.
the, God, wow, implementing the platform for whatever the needs. But you're saying just something like that, how could we not want something like that? Like, how could a city not want something like that if they know there's one area that has a lot of accidents, warn people with the lights, if they want to. Wow. Okay. So tell me like tell me like what cities are connected now, or companies or cities that are actually looking to use it, or actually using it. Like, are people using it right now?
Yeah, sure. We have areas in Philadelphia, in
Wow.
Arlington. We have a lot of things that are in the pipe now, so I cannot really speak. But we
Correct.
have in Greece many cities. We have in Israel many cities. We have in Mexico
Wow.
areas. We have in Guatemala. We have in Brazil a lot of places where we implementing it. This is, I think, one of my biggest proud. We didn't create a platform that only can be implemented in Manhattan. And
Yeah.
this is, I'm not underestimating Manhattan. It's an amazing city. I don't know if
Yeah.
you know, but I love New York. But
Yeah.
the point here is that it's not exclusive to places that can pay only this. We are
Got
installing in a very far places in Guatemala. There are populations that can go out from the house, feel it's more secured in Mexico. And not only even Mexico City, in all over Mexico.
Wow.
We have stores in the US and in Mexico and in Colombia and in Chile. So I think that India, I think that the point there is to create something that everyone can use.
Yeah.
Cities can understand that they can afford it, because
Yeah.
the concept there is to do something that the burden to do it in a cost-effective way came for the engineer. Okay,
Yeah.
so we are thinking very, very hard how to do it in a cost-effective way, and now the customer can use it without thinking that he needs to pay billions of dollars in order to do something like this. But
Correct.
it's actually affordable, and the proof that this is affordable is actually the installations in these places. It's not only only in the very, very top
Yeah.
cities in the world that can afford something like this, but it's happening everywhere.
Wow. Now, are the cities that you're seeing, or the, like, in Mexico, in Guatemala, in India, are they using them for the same type of stuff, or every time you install them, they want different things, implemented on the platform? They want to learn about different stuff. Like, what do you see in regards to that?
Look, there are always tweaks that this is what the platform says.
Yeah.
When you do a platform, you say to the person, choose whatever you need, choose
Yeah.
whatever bring the rationale to use,
Yeah.
and then you can scale it up.
Yeah.
Don't the point there is what you use now, it's not what you will use in 7 years.
Yeah.
The world is
Sure.
progressing. Think about
Sure.
7 years ago. It was
Sure.
totally different world.
Yeah.
Now say, okay, I can grow with the system. I can go to a journey with the system.
Yeah.
I will start with 1, 2, 3 applications, and then I will try something else. It's good, okay. If not, I will stop it. And then you continue to do and give more and more value to the people according to their needs and according to the needs that they will need in 4 or 5 years.
Sure. What I'm just trying to understand, what do people, when you're speaking to countries, when you're speaking to cities, what's their main concern? What's something that they're like, wow, I really want this. Like, what grabs them to Juganu?
I think that it's very it's not very different from one point to the other, but it's different. So there are cities that want traffic light control,
Copy.
mobility. They want safety. A lot of
Yeah.
them need safety,
Right.
gunshot detection. If some old person fall, who knows?
Yeah.
But you want to do it immediately. If there is an accident, a violence of something, you want to know things, and I can tell you that it's different, but it's not so different. So it's more or less they need connectivity. Everyone wants connectivity.
Correct.
We are enabling a cost-effective way of deploying connectivity, 5G. While a lot of companies struggling to do it because of the initial cost, we are enabling them in much better cost-effective way to implement the connectivity. Now, who needs connectivity? I think that after the COVID, everyone. They understood that they need to be connected, they need the bandwidth. And believe me, it's in a far place in Guatemala, the same like in New York. They need connectivity.
Correct.
It's really upgrade the life of a person. And of course, light and savings and think about the infrastructure like this that actually repay itself because you save energy. So you maybe you come with the need of controlling the traffic light, of some security things and so on, but you end up with a system that actually saves a lot of money and do a lot of other things and connect you. So this is the essence of this platform, to enable them to do a lot of things, not only one fragmented solution.
Wow. Now, when let's say they're put into a city, how close are they to each other? Are there lights every 5 feet, or are they like very spread out? Like, what's the like how many of the individual lights do you need really?
Light are regulated. So usually in a city you have it every 25, 30 meters. And I'm
You
sorry,
have
I'm
yeah.
I am saying it's in meters, but 25, 30 meters between them. Everyone knows that the light are organized. In a highway, it's 50 meter. So it's quite organized, and you can dance as you wish. So
Gotcha.
if you want it in parks, if you want it in roads, the point there is to do what is called distributed AI. So you actually bring the effort of analyzing to the far edge, to the points.
Yes.
So you can choose where to analyze, you can choose where to be, you can choose the area of the exposure, and then maybe after 2 years, you want to have it in more places, and then you expand it.
Now, first of all, what's like the average, like, what's the average cost of implementing one of these lights? Let's say, I mean, they're not, obviously that can't be the same price as a light bulb that's like a regular light.
It's not a light, yes. So, but I don't want to come to numbers here because I think that a lot of people listen to, but I can tell you that it contains around 90% savings from any other solution.
Wow. Because
so it's really cost effective. Yes.
Gotcha. Now, wow, that's so interesting. So you partnered with cities. What about I saw that you partnered with Nokia, right?
We are partnering not exactly with cities. Cities are the end customer. We are working with companies. They take our solutions. Yeah, it's Nokia and it's Comcast and it's Qualcomm. Wow. And many more companies worldwide that are great companies that knows technology better than everyone and wants to implement to give more value to their customers. Okay. And we are happy to give our a small share to them regarding our contribution of technology that we can bring them, and they can do miracles with it, and they are doing so. They are really innovative company that try to take it.
That's amazing. Now tell me, so this company is, you said 10 years old, right? About 10 years old. Tell me from the beginning of the company.
Yeah.
From the beginning of the company till now, just right now you're in a pretty amazing place. The technology's there, it's working. Tell me, just give me just give me the brief overview of like from the beginning till now, like, the ups and downs, what you guys went through, because 10 years is a long time, just maybe you have any stories, like that you thought it wouldn't work. I don't know, like just anything you can think of over the last 10 years that, that would be something to share.
Yeah, we went to not the easy road because we bring something quite, it sounds a little bit complex. It's not very complex, but it sounds, it's incorporate hardware and software. Yeah. Although Juganu is mainly software, but it's incorporate hardware and software. Yeah. And of course, up and downs, as everyone, you try to be creative. But I think that if you look at it from a little bit from above, you understand that every obstacle is a real opportunity and you learn a lot. So I can tell you that from every problem that we had in installations, every challenge that we had, everything we become better. So we created more technology and
Wow.
fitted better to the customers and understanding it. What it gave us a very clear view of what is needed. I strongly believe to be connected to your customer, connected to users, because then you can learn a lot from them. And in the ups and downs and problems and challenges and the COVID and you cannot fly and then you have election somewhere and then you have a chip shortage and so on. But in the end, if you look at it in a way that says this is life, this is a regular thing in life. You need to be adaptive. You need to to react in a good way and to lead. Then I think that you become better company after it.
Correct. I agree. Now tell me about the company itself. Like, so where are you located? Where's the headquarters? I know it's in Israel, but what city in Israel is it located?
It's in a city called Or Yehuda. It's close to the airport.
Oh wow. Now what's
Yeah.
how many do you have, how many employees do you have? Like do you have engineers? Do you have people working on the actual product itself?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. We have around 150 employees.
Wow, that's big.
We'll be bigger very soon.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yes, we have 150 employees, and we are working globally in many countries.
Yeah.
Now we are working to expand it to more than 100 countries globally.
Wow.
And yes, the headquarters is in Israel. We have in the US branch. We have in Brazil. We have in Mexico.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's at the moment you're just going to expand into other countries. Like you're in a lot of countries and you just want to get to you said 100, that's most of the countries, not most, but that's a lot of countries. That's really wow, that's really exciting. Now, what do you see like what do you see maybe like the next 5 years looking like? Like you want to are you at a place where like you think you got to a place you want to be, or you're not there at all? You want to you're like there's so much more we can do.
No, we really want to lead our field, the field that we are transforming public spaces to digital, all the smart and safe city connectivity. We really want to be one of the leaders, and we have a very nice road in front of us, and we are anxious to do it.
Correct. Well, I mean, first of all, is there any competition in regards to exactly what you guys do? Is there a company that does something similar or anything like it?
There are many companies that do smart poles that give solutions, but it's not what we are doing, and we are. I think that what we are doing is quite unique, and we don't know a direct competition.
True. I mean, I've never heard of any other company that does this. Never heard of any company that does anything like this. This is you basically create a whole new category here where you took like you just replace, that physically you replace a light with something that connects everything, whatever you could possibly want in a city, in a company, anything physical, really. Like you can get all the data from really that one hub, and it can. I mean, a lot of it seems to be for safety. That's what I'm seeing. A lot of it's for safety.
It's not only safety. It's mobility. It's water metering, street electricity metering. It's a lot. It's a huge capability.
It's everything. It's basically everything. Anything you could possibly.
Nothing is everything, but it's a lot. Nothing is everything.
Yeah. Wow. Now, tell me like one thing that like, let's say someone wanted, a company wanted, or a city was looking to implement, something that you were really like, you never thought of, or something that you like surprised you, that you were like, wow, it's so, I can do that, or like the platform can handle that, or something like really interesting that you just that like got you really excited.
There are many things like this. It's people are so smart. When you give them the right tools,
Yeah.
people are very creative. And we saw things that help to analyze the conversion rate in stores, that many things that I even told you in this conversation came from other people that use
Correct.
our system. So it's really unique to see how people take a tool and make it amazing. And this is what we really like. We want to give this tool.
Wow. Now, can the tool, the installation of it, is it only through the lights, or is there other, are you creating other, let's say, little products that you can implement in like smaller, bigger, or are they all the same?
No, it's made in the lights. Installation is very easy, and
Yeah.
you just deploy the lights. But of course, it's connected to IoT devices. It connects to many things that are there, and but mainly it's the lights, and it's cover everything.
Wow, it's so interesting. I'm just trying to wrap my head around the whole thing. It doesn't, in a way, it seems a little like not even so real. It's so amazing, like having like you're looking at a light bulb or looking at something, but you don't know that this is something that just has all that technology built into it. It can do so much. I mean, I'm just trying to process it really to understand, to really get
I
it.
think that I'm now looking on a smartphone that did an amazing surprise how they can do such a miracle
Correct.
In a device. But I think that this is our job to try to do something
Correct.
creative, something different. You know what we can do.
Yeah, listen,
We have to do something.
it's amazing. But it's very unique, very exciting. Something that I don't even think most people think about, but obviously it's the next progression on, the future technology. Why would you have, like, you have to use every bit of technology, that's possible in order to make stuff more efficient, more safe, everything possible. And this is what you guys are doing. You guys just, it's, well, I'm just, yeah, it's really cool. Now, I don't see why everyone wouldn't implement it, especially if it's cost effective. I don't see why any city wouldn't implement it. Yeah, I mean,
I think that there is always time of adaptation of technology, but yes, we
right.
see a very big demand and very big enthusiasm for it, and hopefully, everyone will use it. But
Yeah,
it's like time of understanding, of adaptation, of it's always like this.
correct. I mean, the truth is, let's say if they were in New York, maybe I wouldn't even know the difference. Maybe I wouldn't know the difference because it may look the same, but what's going on behind it is amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Thank you.
Wow. I mean, now I'm trying to think. Listen, I don't know. It's been super interesting, speaking with you, learning about this new it's basically like a new technology, but it's a technology that seems needed, that seems not just needed, it's just helpful. And I'm very excited for the company. I'm very excited to see you everywhere, to see Juganu everywhere, every city, every country, and it will help everyone. Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you
very
so much.
much.
Thank you so much for coming on, and thank you for explaining your company.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you so much.
Really. Thank you.